All right, well, we might as well do a story. I was kind of talking to myself about it. We might as well do it. This guy's called Front Bozo. We've seen him before, and he is hedging the curb area because, if he wasn't hedging the curb area, then that would be the end of the world, right? It would be the total end of the world that the curb had some grass kind of growing on it. That would be the end of the world. That would be awful. So instead we have to use a gas powered tool that you can hear inside of a house. You could hear it if you're sunbathing on the deck like I was. You can still hear it, and it's perfectly fine. It's not as bad as a leaf blower for sure. But again, it's like, why? So I was thinking of a story. This is an old Bel Air story when I used to live there. And because the landscaper who did the house that I rented, they used a leaf blower, of course, and they woke me up at like 9 a.m. knocking rocks against the kind of window door that I had there in my bedroom. I basically said, no, this isn't happening anymore. Like, no, this is not happening. So I started doing my own lawn. I bought a push mower, not electric, like it was like the old-timey stuff. That does not get the grass that grows on the curb. But I didn't have to do that because you don't have to get the curb grass, right? The ordinances were written way back when, And with the sole exception of when it was kind of raining a lot and not raining, I didn't want to do the lawn because wet lawn's not good to do. So they sent out a flyer, a little postcard that said something like, it was a picture of a bunny using a push mower. And it was like, I don't know, Bonnie the bunny wants you to cut your lawn. It was like a polite reminder to, cut your lawn before we start fining you. And I thought about it. It's like, well, first of all, if I'm a rabbit, I actually don't want grass cut. And that has now been proven because I think we've had a video where there's rabbits growing in the backyard here where you don't have to mow the backyard here. Of course, everybody else still does because why not? Busy work and spending money you don't need to have, right? Anyways, $137,000. We got to waste our money on something, right? But the point is the curb. This is what the curb cutting, the grass that grows over it. I remember because I only had a push mower and didn't really care about the rest of it, I did not cut it off. So for years, I had this really beautiful St. Augustine grass growing over the curb into the street. And it covered the concrete curb. I'm like, this is awesome. This looks really cool. And, it kind of grows into the sidewalk, but people step on it, so it kind of dies. It's like a trail out in the woods. If just a few people step on it, it dies, it doesn't grow. So it's not like it was an obstacle for anybody. The sidewalk was clear, and it was kind of nice that it was kind of growing over the ugly concrete curb. And I thought, this is pretty cool. It looks a lot more natural. It looked a lot more interesting, and I didn't have to waste my time with it. So maybe 2 or 3 years in or whatever, and I let it grow, right? 2 or 3 years in, I come home and I find that somebody had cut with one of these gas-powered things or probably a gas-powered thing or something. It cut it, right, and they left it. They left all the cuttings, 2 years worth of grass cuttings on the lawn and the sidewalk. And it's like nobody sent a notice about it. The city's not going to do it. They might fine you if it's an ordinance or something, but it wasn't an ordinance. So some asshole who just didn't like it went on my fucking lawn and did it themselves. I don't know who it was. I don't have any cameras or anything. Nobody left a note before. Nobody asked about it. Nobody talked to me about it before. Nobody talked to me about it after. Nobody talked to me about it during. They just cut it. And then they left it. So it's like, wait a second, asshole. This was perfectly fine grass that was growing here, right? And now it is garbage that you're not picking up. Whoever the fuck it was, right? So it's like, wait a second. You just made garbage. You just made work for me. You didn't talk to me before. You didn't talk to me after. And this was like 2011 or something, 2011, 12, right? So it's like, yeah, people were assholes then too, and superficial faggots with this stuff, and It's just there was actually so much grass. I had to have at least 2 or 3 big leaf bags just crammed in. It was massive amounts of grass, like that, and it is just so obnoxious, that is it. Why do people do this? It's like it's such a waste of time, such a waste of time making all this noise. For what? Ooh, the curb looks nicer. We can see the concrete now. I mean, I was just gossiping about what a terrible person this must be because I can't see the concrete on their curb, But, and then of course he's going to pick it up with probably a leaf blower, He's a front bozo here does this, he does this every 2 weeks. It's November now. It is Houston, so maybe he'll do one in December or something. Who knows? I don't think the grass is going to grow that much. But it's just obnoxious. Like, who needed this? Why can't there be a place that just has natural yards and we say, okay, fine, we want the sidewalks passable, okay? We don't want, right? Oh, he's wearing a mask? What a weirdo. No. Oh, he's turning it back on. It's... And the other thing with the gas-powered equipment, one of the reasons I never bought a gas mower, I did switch to an electric one because it kind of got cumbersome to, in some parts of the yard, to use a push mower. But I never even thought of buying a gas mower or gas trimmer or any gas-powered thing. The number one, if I'm going to be doing this myself, as front bozo is, I don't want to sniff gas. If I'm going to be outside in the yard, I don't want to sniff gas, right? So what's up with that? Why is it that people like doing busy work and then sniffing gas? Hold on. Oh, we might... He's right behind the fucking tree. I want to see him with a mask on. Hold on. Well, we can't get him, unfortunately. He doesn't have a... No, there's no good angle here, and then the focus is weird because the windows are dirty. The windows are dirty. Now, one more fun story. Speaking of windows and glass that's dirty, that's we've discussed this before. My glasses are just dirt. Hold on, let's see. Can we see the dirt? The one time I want to focus in on the dirt, it actually doesn't. Well, oh, we can see that. Okay. The contrast is great. That's window dirt. Now, I have my barbecue right outside of it. I cleaned the windows in the office here. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, they're pretty good. I was happy with the window cleaning. Now, I clean the windows quietly because that's normally how you do it. I'm sure they've invented a gas-powered window washing thing to annoy your neighbors with, but I don't have that. And I tested the thing. It works. The problem is that because it's always loud out there, there's never a good time to be like, oh, it's going to be fun. I'm just going to clean the window and maybe even with headphones in. It's just a miserable experience just to be outside and cleaning your fucking windows. So the one thing where I'd like, oh, let me have some nice clean windows. It's going to be fun. I'll take an hour or two slowly to clean the windows. And, you go outside, then it's this guy hedging his concrete curb to make it look pretty. It's like, why? You cannot block off an hour or two of your time and say, it's guaranteed to be nice. Oh, he's back. I do want to get him with a mask because he looks very silly. I don't know. Oh, is he leaf blowing now? Hold on. Yeah, it's a gas blower. I think it's a gas handheld blower. Let's see what we can find here. But again, this illustrates the point. Now he's done with hedging, which was barely tolerable. This is a leaf blower, and you can see it sticking out. Okay. You might be able to hear it. And he's going to do this for 5-10 minutes now. Okay, he's wearing a mask. We got him. Look at how silly he looks. So you can't go outside for 5 minutes and say, hey, I want to clean the windows. It's going to be kind of fun. You know, it's going to be fun. Now, the design of this office is cool because, oh, it's all glass. Of course, it insulates sound the worst because it's just all glass, right? So, oh, it's nature. It looks so awesome. It's like, yep, and then you're listening to everything, you know? $137,000, by the way, and we cannot figure out a quiet way of doing things. And the number one most awful place in America, I guess, although it's everywhere, so. But again, you know, you cannot clean windows. You can't say, oh, it's going to be fun. I have plenty of free time. I have nothing better to do, right, as we all know. I'm going to go clean the house. I literally have not been able to get to that because it is such a what do you call it? An effort to go out there and say, all right, I'm going to spend an hour or two out there. I'm going to put on some loud music. I'm going to put on the Atmosphere app to cancel out the background noise. And it's awful. I mean, when I did the video on the 2-3 hour video that very few of you watched all the way through, it's very naughty. You should watch all 2 hours of me sawing wood, okay? Oh my God. I can hear it here. I don't think it's going to come through. I can hear it, okay? In my mind, it's true that he's playing with his leaf blower. See, I can't even think. It's just... even the hedger is tolerable. I was out there sunbathing. It was annoying. But there's just a special hell about leaf blowers. Electric. This one's probably gas. A handheld small gas ones. All of them are terrible. For what? It's a Sunday at 12:48 p.m. What possible reason is there ever to make this much noise? Blowing the clippings. Again, so make noise with the hedger. Make noise with the hedger. And then, because all of that is there, you now use another loud tool to push that into the street, back onto your yard, or wherever the fuck it goes. Who cares? I don't. He doesn't. I care about it. He doesn't. Right? But yeah, because of noise like this, you can never be like, oh, you know, it's kind of fun. It's now November. It still is kind of warm today. I think it's still 70-something. Let me go outside and wash the windows, and oh, it'll look nice and clean. And they did look nice and clean, you know? Yeah, because the minute you go outside, it's going to be noise from somewhere. It's always somebody making noise. November. Absolutely miserable place. Absolutely miserable fucking place, you know? Making noise, and you can't be inside your home, you can't be outside your home, and this isn't bad enough to even leave anything over, and it's like, you know, why should I leave my home? Why can I live in a place where, at least even indoors, I don't have to endure this hell? Right? Now let's see how loud it is, right? I don't think it's carrying. I can hear it. And that's, again, it's not the loudness of the leaf blower that's the problem, because you can barely hear it here. I'd be surprised if you can hear anything more than a faint whistle of it. Well, that certainly is not a faint whistle, let's just say. But indoors, it's still bad. So again, it's not the loudness of it, because you cannot say that it's loud in here. That is the wrong word to use for it. Now, there's a noise canceling machine, 2 of them, and a ceiling. Well, the ceiling fan doesn't make noise, but there's a box fan, 2 white noise machines in here, so that might not be helping us. Right? It's not loud in here. It's fucking annoying, though. Right? It's not the loudness of these things. So I think I've said as much as I want to say about it, the hedging story. And again, I just had to, they cut the thing for me, for free. They didn't send me a bill, so that's wonderful. At the old Beller House, they cut it. God, and he's not even, is he even halfway through this thing? And that's the thing, you're just, at what point am I allowed to live in my own house without sticking something in my ear? How many more minutes do I have to anticipate of this obnoxious whistling in my, ears? Because I can't do anything, I can't, do it, or plug earplug. Yeah, every time that somebody chooses to do, I'm the one who has to stick something in my ear to maybe not hear it and play music. Now, if I'm not in the mood for playing music or blasting that sound out with something in my, well, tough shit. Sorry, somebody wants to hedge today. Somebody wants to blow the clippings around. It's absolutely obnoxious. And again, it's just the leaf blower hypnotic nonsense that people do, where I don't think he's even doing anything at this point. It's hard to I don't even see, just absolutely miserable. So anyways, I think that's it for now. I guess we got another video out of it, so hooray, but it's just so miserable here, so constant awful noise.